Hello everyone, welcome, and it's Dawn here, and today we're going to continue with painting foliage with our watercolour pencils, and today we're going to use a paper palette. Now I showed you how to make a paper palette in an earlier demonstration, and just to recap, this is ordinary watercolour paper. You just cut it to the size you want, and I used a Sharpie or a permanent marker pen to divide it for the wells and the mixing areas. And I've got two shades of green here. I don't know whether I'm going to use both yet, but we'll see how it goes. And here I've shaded on some branches, which would be the branches of a tree. So here we go. And we're just going to wet our brush, not too much, just a little. And I'm going to start with a lighter colour green. It's always best to start with a lighter colour. And if you're going to do it from a paper palette, paint your leaves, I would always advise using an opaque green, something like an olive green, because it's thicker and it will work a lot better. And all we do is we touch the brush. Once we've put our brush into the paper or into the palette, we just touch it on like that. So we just dab it on, just like we would perhaps if we were painting in watercolour or acrylics. So you just pick it up again like that. That's why I've got two wells of each, because sometimes with pencil you do tend to use a bit more pigment or colour when you're doing it this way with watercolour pencils. Incidentally, you can do this with pastel pencil as well. If you've got pastels or pastel pencil, you can dilute it and do it that way. You can paint your pastels or pastel pencils in exactly the same way. Just as a little tip for you there, if you use pastels. That is soft pastels, not hard pastels. I'm not sure that it'll work with that. I haven't tried it with hard pastels, but it does work with soft pastels. Now, if you want some darker green in the middle, just to give it some depth, again, just pick up your colour like that and just gently, maybe more on the tip of your brush, stand your brush upright and just dab a little bit of dark in the middle, just to add some depth like that. And make sure we leave a few gaps so that we don't fill it all in. And we just keep going really until you think you've done enough. You look at it and when you think, oh yes, that's about right, you stop. Because it is quite good fun. And the temptation is just to fill it all in. Then you fill in all your gaps and you block out all your texture. Not a good idea. So I'm going to stop playing with that now and leave it alone. And there we have our foliage on our tree, done from our paper palette, or painted from our paper palette I should say. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I do hope that you're enjoying this series of watercolour pencils and trees and leaves. There's a lot of other things to see, so if you are enjoying it, please do go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe down below so that you never miss an upload, and I shall see you soon. And in the meantime, do stay safe and have fun with whatever you're doing for the rest of the day. Bye bye for now.